Welcome back, folks. Today, we're diving deep into the future of motorsport, from high-tech powertrains in F1 to endurance racing innovations like at Le Mans. And all the buzz on Reddit, right?
Absolutely. It's super exciting. So, we're talking about cutting-edge tech transforming the sport, both in pure performance and sustainable innovation?
Exactly. We're looking at everything from hybrid systems, think powertrains potentially hitting 75% thermal efficiency, to hydrogen fuel cells, and even hydrogen combustion engines coming into play, especially in endurance racing.
Right, and that's a big leap compared to, say, current F1 engines running around 50% efficiency.
Yeah, that's what really makes it fascinating. I mean, it's like you're not just tweaking at the edges, we're looking at a fundamental overhaul in how fuel is used and how energy recovery is maximized.
Absolutely. And when we factor in advanced technologies like solid-state batteries and ultra-lightweight supercapacitors delivering bursts of energy, racers could see a whole new level of performance, right?
Right. It's like having your car not only be a speed demon, but also incredibly agile due to weight savings. Thanks to innovations like graphene and nanomaterials, we're talking about potential weight reductions of up to 20% in some components.
Now that's a game changer. Lighter cars, more energy efficiency, and reduced maintenance too potentially, because these materials could be self-healing.
Exactly, and speaking of breakthroughs, there's the whole arena of AI integration. Imagine AI not just analyzing tire wear or fuel consumption, but actually orchestrating real-time strategic decisions during a race, adjusting everything from pit stops to downforce settings on the fly.
Yeah, that sounds a bit sci-fi, but it's happening. The idea that AI will act like a co-pilot, providing insights that even seasoned strategists might not catch, it's revolutionary.
Right? It's like, you have these algorithms processing humongous amounts of data in real time, and that results in decisions that can literally redefine the outcome of these races.
I mean, with AI-driven simulations predicting fuel consumption and even tire degradation, strategies could shift within seconds. It's almost like the car starts thinking for itself.
Exactly. And that brings us to another cool area, sustainable fuels. There's a real push for carbon-neutral options, from renewable biofuels, get this, even fuel from wine residue, to synthetic and allergy-derived fuels.
Wine residue, really? That's wild. It shows how creative the industry is in sourcing new fuels that might eventually reach our everyday vehicles.
Absolutely, and not to mention the exciting chatter around hydrogen. Endurance racing, especially with WEC, might soon see not just fuel cells, but hydrogen combustion engines, like what Alpine is planning for 2026.
Right? Which could make Le Mans the first major event to fully embrace hydrogen power in a big way. That's a serious statement about future tech.
Yeah. And the idea is that this hyper-efficiency is going to dominate motorsport. You know, teams could be extracting every joule of energy from these systems, which is a real paradigm shift from what we've seen.
True, but here's a thought. While all these innovations are promising, aren't there concerns about how practical all of these changes are, especially for the teams who have to adapt quickly?
That's a fair point. I mean, transitioning to technologies like AI-driven strategies and futuristic powertrains involves a steep learning curve and lots of investment. But that's where the competitive edge comes in, right?
Yeah, exactly. Not everyone is going to make that leap seamlessly. It might widen the gap between the top teams and the rest, at least initially.
Right. And it's also fascinating to see the split in focus between F1 and endurance racing like WEC. F1 is leaning more towards the spectacle. High speed, intense tactics with things like sprint races and DRS, while endurance racing is all about that lap-by-lap, real-world technology testing.
Yes, F1 is almost like a high-octane theater, whereas endurance racing is a supercharged lab where innovations like self-learning stability control and AI-driven aerodynamics can really show their value over extended periods.
Exactly. It's like each series is a microcosm for different technological priorities. With F1's focus on pure speed and show business, you might see less of the everyday tech trickling down compared to endurance racing, which is all about durability and energy management.
I get that. But isn't it a bit of a risk balancing entertainment and technical innovation? I mean, if F1 starts to slow down with these new regulations, people are already saying the new F1 cars could be slower, maybe even less overtaking friendly. Could that hurt its appeal?
Well, that's the debate on Reddit, right? Some argue that the 2026 F1 regulations might limit downforce and make overtaking more difficult, which could be a big issue for fans who adore the fast-paced action.
Right. And while endurance racing might have a technological edge, its complex multi-class races and long durations can be a lot for new fans to digest.
Exactly. It creates this interesting conundrum. Do you prioritize raw, streamlined racing entertainment, or embrace the innovative, sometimes complex, technology tests that could shape our everyday vehicles?
And that's what makes the future so unpredictable. There's no one-size-fits-all answer. Both sides bring something revolutionary to the table, right?
Absolutely. It's like comparing apples and oranges. Both are fruits, but they cater to different tastes. F1 is like that flash, adrenaline-pumping show, while endurance racing offers a glimpse into what real-world cars might evolve into.
Yeah, they're complementary in a way. And speaking of which, the tech transfer from these racing arenas is mind-blowing. Technologies like hybrid powertrains, AI insights, and even advanced materials, graphene, carbon nanotubes, might start appearing in consumer cars sooner than we think.
Definitely. I mean, it's like these high-speed labs are pushing the envelope, and manufacturers aren't just doing it for the thrill. They're investing in transformative tech that could eventually make our ride more efficient, safer, and yes, greener.
And that green makeover is key. Sustainability isn't just a buzzword here anymore. It's a central focus driving nearly every decision, from fuel types to energy recovery.
Yeah, and that's where the real excitement lies. The vision that motorsport is not only about winning the race, but also about advancing technology for a better, more sustainable future. That's a revolution in itself.
For sure. Though I do wonder, isn't there a risk that in trying to hit these lofty efficiency numbers, teams might compromise on, the human element of racing strategies and driver skill?
That's a good challenge. I mean, while AI and technology support can almost predict conditions, there's still an art to racing. A gut feeling, an instinct, which no machine can fully mimic.
Exactly. So, while we're in awe of tech like AI-driven pit stop decisions, we shouldn't discount the irreplaceable experience and intuition of the human strategists on the pit wall.
Right? It's a symbiosis. Technology boosts performance, but the human element curates the overall strategy, ensuring that data and intuition come together seamlessly.
True. And that's what really keeps it captivating, the convergence of groundbreaking tech and the timeless, pure thrill of racing. Whether it's F1's dazzling display or endurance racing's technological marathon, there's plenty to be excited about as these advancements trickle down into our daily drive.